Hey, it's Birdman time for the community shout here, hanging out in Birdman Media Studios. I want to say hey to all the viewers out there on Sholo TV and then also on WMI-TV and of course the Birdman Media podcast listeners and everyone out there too. Hey, just hanging out here. It's another wonderful week. Yeah, it's a little bit warm, I get it, in the White Mountains. I've got with me Mr. Steve North. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So I wanted to find something because I was telling you earlier, I talked about 4 different people this week and they're all like, Sholo Main Street, they think is part of the city of Sholo.
No.
Only because it's you, because it's your fault. Well, you happen to be, so let me try to explain it so it's not you saying it, so they get it from a couple different sources.
Okay.
You work for the city of Sholo.
Correct.
But you're a human being.
Yes.
And you do other things in the community.
I do.
And you help people. And one of those is you sit as the executive director of
Sholo Main Street. So,
okay.
Yeah. Sholo Main Street is a 501c3 specifically geared to improve the downtown Sholo area. So we take on projects every year to beautify the area, and this is how events like this is how we fund that. Because of course the city does not fund Sholo Main Street; they're self-funded. They do provide me as a on-loan executive of sorts, and so I am the executive director, but we really do this as a nonprofit.
But that's sort of like any other employee saying, hey, I'm okay with you working with the Chamber of Commerce, or I'm okay with you working with
the Safe House or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same type of situation.
Yeah, cool. So sometimes during work you get to go over there and do that, but normally it's your meetings aren't during work hours and stuff like that.
No, well, obviously the events aren't. The events are normally on the weekends, so my weekends are filled for the most part.
Yeah.
When we do events like this.
So when you see this guy hustling around on the field and putting things out and running lines, it's on his dime.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
exactly
okay.
right. Yep.
I just want to make sure people understood that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
cool.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
This event. Wow. First year.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming to say the least.
And we're talking about the Sholo.
The Sholo Battle of Bands and Vans event. Last year, of course, was our inaugural event, and we were actually hoping for 500 people to show up.
Yeah.
We actually had almost 2,500 people show up.
One day, right?
One day.
One day event.
Yeah.
This isn't a weekend. This isn't. I mean, you expect that almost on a weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were overwhelmed, and the comments we were getting, fantastic. It was a fabulous event. So we took that as, hey, I think we have something here. Let's go forward.
You had a good combo, music and food. Yeah.
Well, yeah, music, food, and beer and wine. I mean,
there you go.
How can it get any better? But I think we are making it better this year.
Okay, talk to us.
So this year, of course, we have a better lineup. We have 10 bands. We have 10 slots and 10 bands. They're very good bands, and they start at 12 o'clock. We open. We're open from 12 to 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay.
We have a new band starting every hour, starting at noon all the way through to 9 p.m. We've got, of course, food trucks. We've got about right now we've got about 12. We've had three or four still out there that we're waiting on, and we're going to be about 15 food trucks, which is twice as many as we had last year.
Very good.
And boy, we're going to have, of course, we're going to have a beer garden, shopping, vendors, as we did last year. But new this year, we had a kids zone last year. It's not going to be a kids zone this year, although we will have a bounce house that will be free for the kids to bounce on.
Okay.
Other than that, we'll have a whole outdoor game area.
Oh,
where
okay.
we'll have cornhole, could be a large checker, twister on the field, all kinds of different things that both adults and kids can play, and that's all free as well. So there is a $5 admission to get in.
Okay.
For 13 and over, 12 and under are free with an adult paid admission.
And it's
so it's very affordable.
10 bands, folks. You don't get 10 bands for $5
anywhere. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. And you don't get all that free stuff and food, beer garden. I mean, it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah. Now the food trucks, do people, so part of the $5 isn't a sampler run or anything like that. It's basically, it's just admission in.
That's
for the
admission
entertainment.
again. And again, all the proceeds from this event go to Sholo Main Street to fund beautification projects in downtown Sholo.
Right.
So I just want to make that clear for everyone. It's not city
grabbing
money, because this is not a city event.
So your biggest one previously was the Wayfinder
Wayfinder sign,
Nice.
yeah. Right now we're in the planning stages of beautifying the corner of 9th Street and Adusa Clubs,
Yeah.
right next to Fraley's
Okay.
Auto.
Yeah.
That whole area is just a big patch of dirt.
Yeah.
Doesn't look very good.
No.
We're going to beautify that whole corner. So that's our next project.
Very cool.
That should happen. We're hoping we're going to get that done before the snow flies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So again, the date for this, the Sholo Battle of the Bands and Vans, is Saturday, August 31st.
Okay.
From noon to 10 p.m. at Frontier Park, they call it. That's at 660 North 9th Place in downtown Sholo. It's where the soccer fields are.
Sholo soccer fields, basically.
Right in the soccer fields.
Yeah.
And what's neat about this event is all of our winners are chosen strictly by audience vote.
Yeah, very cool.
So as part of your admission, you get voting tokens that you could go and vote for your favorite food truck or your favorite band. Of course, there's a new band every hour, and our food trucks are all will all provide sample portions as well for a couple dollars, so you can sample 4 or 5 or
Very
all
good.
15 if you
All
want.
15 if you want. Go for it. I don't see that ambitious man versus food person. Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool. Awesome.
It's going to be fabulous.
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend, Saturday, August 31st.
You're skipping ahead to another event. And now, so I'm going to make you switch hats and
Okay.
no longer with the stuff you do, actually stuff you get paid for.
I get paid for this, yeah. This is actually a city-sponsored event. And we're actually partnering with the town of Pinetop-Lakeside
Okay.
and Navajo County
And that's for the,
for our electronic waste collection event.
okay.
I think it's our 10th annual, if I remember right, 10th or 11th.
Wow.
It's been very successful. We've actually been able to divert over 600,000 pounds of electronic waste from the landfill, which
Nice.
is really cool.
Yeah.
So this year's event is going to be on Saturday, October. Why did I get that October in there
Wanted
somehow?
to skip ahead to, I know why, yeah.
Saturday, August 24th,
There we go.
the week before the Battle of the Bands and Vans, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's over at the Navajo County Penrod facility. That's at, I think it's 250 North Penrod Road in Sholo,
Okay.
in the parking lot there. If you head south on Penrod from Highway 60, there's signs will be everywhere.
You won't miss it.
You won't miss it.
Right.
So it's free to drop off electronic components. So they'll take pretty much anything, TVs, monitors, computer equipment, wires,
Cables, connectors.
cables,
all that kind of
connectors,
stuff.
cell phones, printers.
You know that box of crap that you got that are like, oh no, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
Just take it.
They'll even take alkaline batteries.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then they'll be taking waste tire as well. So
Okay.
old tires that you have, as long as it doesn't have a rim, you can drop that off for free.
Awesome.
Again, everything is free except for we allow for one free TV, and additional TVs will cost $20 a piece to drop off.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is they're very expensive.
Yep.
They cost us about 50 cents a pound to,
Wow.
for them to take
It
those.
costs money to trash things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love that. Cool.
So it's a company out of Phoenix. They've done it for, I think this is about our 5th or 6th year working with this company. And they, of course, strip all of the valuable parts out of it they can use. There are lots of metals in there and different plastics and things that they can recycle. So the majority of it is recycled.
Very good.
So it's very good, yeah.
Awesome. Once again, Steve North with Sholo Main Street
And the city of Sholo.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Still hanging out here in the studio, and joining me now, I've got Mr. Dan MacCloud with Horne.
Horne Subaru, yes.
Horne Subaru.
Yes.
Okay, but you also have GMC, right?
We have, we have Chevrolet Cadillac and certified pre-owned and Subaru.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we carry really 4.
Okay. But we're going to talk about Subaru a little bit today, and specifically, I want to talk about the organization you're involved with and what you bring to the table, and that would be...
That's White Mountain Meals on Wheels.
Okay.
And thanks for having me over. We're serious about getting deeper and deeper with this organization. You are too.
Yeah.
So thank you for your service. Subaru has graciously picked nationally 4 main pillars that they want to support. So it was easy for us to tag right along with Meals on Wheels. Our ownership has firsthand experience with Meals on Wheels, the Horne family.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was super natural, and it was good luck that Subaru picked Meals on Wheels, because it really helped us move our whole service body, a service to the community forward, and there couldn't be a better situation to get into, because boy, do they need some help from the community and from anybody.
Right.
From anybody.
It's always funny to me because everybody's always like, "Oh, it's coincidental." I don't believe in coincidence at all. I think things happen. There's a bigger picture, and it's interesting. Here you have something you already know about it. It aligns, and that's why we see that Subaru driving around with the wrap on it. That's promoting. Meals on Wheels is actually the biggest challenge we have right now, as far as I've learned in the last. I've been on it for 3 months now.
Yep.
Is that they need more people to actually take the meals too.
It's ironic, isn't it? Because there are plenty.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty, and so that's the attraction. So yeah, we're interested in 3 things, and that is getting clients, mainly our seniors that are out there that need nutrition, and they need camaraderie.
Right.
So it's really a dual purpose. You know, we go out and we have a nice visit. We check on their environment and make sure that they're okay. Share some humanity, and also give them a nutritious meal.
Right.
A hot one. So you're right. If I could say anything today to your audience, it would be, we would love to talk with anybody that is hungry.
Right.
We are open to delivering meals to anybody in the White Mountains that's going without food.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do.
And don't discount that camaraderie either, because that's very important. The human connection is really where it's at. I've always said, people really invest in humans. It's not things. They'll go to organizations, they'll go to products, but it really comes down to a human connection.
Absolutely.
Where it happens.
Well said. Yep.
So, what was your personal involvement with Meals on Wheels, and how did you? Is it because of the Horne family that's how you got attracted to it, or what was?
Steve Beardsley. I met Steve, who's our director, and I had a visit with him. So I think just all the stars lined up. I really do. There were 3 or 4 components. We're all in and doing some service work. We don't really like to talk about it, but we know that we needed to focus our energy and our resources, our finances, in one direction.
Right.
And Steve's a compelling leader that really cares. So back to the human experience. You can visit with him for a few minutes and you're in.
Yeah.
So that kind of closed the deal and gave us the exact direction we wanted to go with our community efforts.
Very good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. And I want to mention, this is the Community Shout, and we partner with WMI. Horne is the title sponsor of the news that comes from WMI-TV, so we see you up there all the time.
Yep, that's right.
That's a great thing, but very connected to community, and this isn't something that's contrived that they just throw their money into to get marketing from. It's a real connection.
It really is. We get there's lots of medium, right? There's lots of things that you can do, but back to what you said about our interactions with each other, and there's just a way to communicate and move us all forward collectively, and communicate and get certain messages and news out to the community, get food out to the community, and keep it rolling. Because man, it's really quite a place. The White Mountains are really, really quite a place.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate your time, Dan MacCloud,
right.
with Horne Subaru.
Well, thank you very much for having me today.
Okay, hanging out here still in the studio now with me, I have Allie and Hana. Hello.
Hi.
You are Blossom Digital Marketing, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
So I've had that question asked like 5-6 times. We put it in a presentation and it was like, well, what's Blossom Digital? And I'm like, well, you got to meet them. They're wonderful people. So Allie, why don't you explain what it is exactly?
So Blossom Digital Marketing is a digital division at the White Mountain Independent, which is owned by Krigbaugm Media, and we operate in 8 markets, newspaper, specialty magazines, and websites. And our digital division was kind of built out of ingenuity and necessity, because we are in these markets where people need digital advertising, social media help, and we wanted to be there for our communities. So Krigbaugm Media came up with this great division, and Blossom was born.
But blossom,
And
blossom.
here we are.
Ha, ha, ha. There's so many innuendos we can make. Flowers and all that
We have a
kind
lot
of
of
stuff.
puns going.
A lot of puns? Yeah.
Oh, a lot of
Cool.
puns.
So Hannah, how long you been? So you was at the start, right?
Yes.
Which is how long now?
It started in 2017 or so when we
Okay.
started getting into digital, and Blossom was born about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So I have been on the mountain since February. I was recruited out of Chicago after I finished my master's degree abroad. And so I've been here just a few months, but, you know, I came just in time for all of the branding and all of the, you know, actual excitement of here we are, we're a digital agency, you know, we're not just selling you online ads from the newspaper.
Right. And it's not just Facebook, or it's not just, it's more of a concentrated, contiguous effort, right?
Yes.
We're on multiple channels. We have Google, we have Facebook. Pretty much anywhere you want to be digitally, we can be there.
Even at Birdman Media.
Even at Birdman Media, who
Yeah. So that's one of the deals, is partnerships and working things together that a lot of people don't understand, and you're connected to traditional media. And it's funny, just recently with the Google Think big meetings that they had a lot of the larger brands come in, including some of the jeans companies, to say, you know what, we're going to start talking about the fact that media is media, and digital is a component of it that you have to address, but you have to have the same picture throughout. And because you're joined together with a traditional media source, be it the newspaper, it kind of makes the bigger picture work, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of synergy that we get to have then, like being at home with the paper and then getting to interact with the community that way, and having that name attached to us really helps, just to let everyone know that we aren't just trying to be some big digital anything. We just want to be here for our community.
Okay, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, these things take time to actually work, and you have to actually have a plan and have a strategy to go at it. So it's not just, everybody's like, well, if Facebook's free, so I could just set up a thing, then people come find me, right? And they laugh because they know. Yeah, you've heard this a couple times. It doesn't work that way, does it?
No, it absolutely. So a lot of, you know, when we are actually working with our clients, we tell them, you know, you at least need to sign up for a 6-month commitment, because we're not going to see anything. You know, you might get a large growth in the first couple weeks, and then it's going to drop, and then it's going to grow again, and it's going to drop, and you really have to have some faith in the system. But the key to everything is consistency. So you have to get started. You have to be posting. You know, what we do with our clients, and in this course we're teaching is we're telling people, you know, let's get a schedule. You need to be consistent. You need to, you know, Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, they all have algorithms that you have to work with. And, you know, one of the biggest things that works for them is consistency. So it's not just I'm on Facebook.
Right.
You have to be on and active.
Right.
Absolutely.
So now let's talk about the fact that, you know, you're on and you're active and things like that. The content has to be true and connected to, and I was just talking to Dan, people really buy people, don't they? Yeah. So how do you help your clients then attach themselves, not just like, we're just going to do posts for you?
So what we do is we actually go into our clients' offices, dealerships, wherever they are. We go into your business. We get to know you. We get to know your team. We want to know who you are. What is your unique value proposition? What are you doing for the community as a whole? Not just, you know, the business aspect, but how can we get your personality and your voice on someone's screen in a way that's authentic, genuine, and relevant? And that's, you know, kind of our approach to it, is we're here to help you. So let us get your name out there.
So what else do we need to know about that you guys bring to the table and offer?
So right now we are actually offering classes to it's called Going Digital.
Okay.
And you can find it on Blossom Digital Marketing Facebook page in the events tab. And Hannah actually is going to kind of go over the classes that we're doing.
So we have partnered with MPC on the SBDC, Arizona SBDC, to host these classes. So they, you know, a while back had done a Google class, and they asked people if you'd be interested in actually learning how to do it, right? So we, what we're doing is we're teaching classes to local businesses, essentially, you know, to get their feet off the ground, to get the, you know, the feet a little wet, and to help them, you know, this is what you need to do from A to Z. And so we had our first class just about 2 weeks ago. And we still have 4 more classes in the series, and we're still welcoming people if they're interested in joining the classes. Our first class, we talked about, finding your voice, finding what is your unique value proposition. Like Allie mentioned, how are you different? Because you can't go online without knowing what you do that sets you apart from somebody else, right? They already have these ideas in mind if they're starting a business, so you really have to learn how to communicate it. As we work through the series, we're going to talk about content, we're going to talk about the different platforms, about how you build ads, how you tailor your ads to get that message that you're talking about, but consistent across all the platforms. It's not just about having a clear message on Facebook, but that message going to Facebook, Instagram, and your print. So our course is really intended to teach small and local business owners how to really, elevate themselves. And then at the end, if they find out it's too much, we're always a resource for them.
Right.
And that's the thing is we know the White Mountains. We know the people here. We take our time, especially working with clients. As an outsider, I've learned that everybody knows everybody. Everybody's a cousin or a brother-in-law or connected. And so it's really, making your voice be heard. And so we want to teach people how to do that, but we also want to be a resource if they decide that, there's other things in their business they want to focus on.
Yeah. Steve Jobs had a good comment about when you hire people when they're smarter than you. Not because you're smarter than them and you're going to tell them what to do. You want people that will sit down and train you. And anytime a company will sit down and go, okay, I'm going to train you as to how to do this on your own, they take you through the training, you'll get to the point where you're going, okay, now I understand why it's worth the money to pay you to do it for me. Because everything's got a value proposition. And if you think social media is just free and easy, then that's what you're going to get out of it. You're not going to get much out of it because that's what you're going to put into it. Mm-hmm. People look for the million views on we're going to go viral. We're going to do that.
Trending.
Trending and viral really happens, and I always say it. There's another way I say it. It's I can't say it on the local show, but naked females. It's drama. It's violence. Honestly, if you look down to those things, it's either somebody swearing or being mean, or it doesn't matter if they're on the right or the left. It doesn't matter. It's all that turmoil that creates millions of views. Mm-hmm. And guess what? That doesn't sell a single product. So
right. Or represent our community well.
Not at all. It's not what we want at all. So, Kim Kardashian, she is sponsored by a water company. I bet you can't name it. Yeah, she mentions it all the time on her Twitter, but bet not a single person can go, oh yeah, it's this, unless they're a super Kim Kardashian fan, and that's all they do. But
yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
I'm going to guess Smart Water if I was going to.
You're wrong.
Oh. Seems like a good one.
But it seemed like a good one.
Is it now? Now I need to
I'm not
know.
giving her branding. I'll tell you later. But cool. Awesome. Anything else that people need to know?
No, I think that's it. I mean, Blossom works all over the state of Arizona, so if you guys need anything at all, go ahead and give us a call, and we're here for you guys.
Yeah, one last, I guess, shameless plug that I would like to put in. On our Facebook page, we do, we're posting tech talks to kind of we're teaching terminology. We're really trying to show everybody, here's the digital world. Right. It can be a little bit overwhelming, but, here's little pieces here and there to kind of introduce you. Allie and I are specialists. We have a lot of training, and we love digital. We believe in it. It is the future, and so we'd like to share as much of that as we can. So follow us on Facebook, Instagram,
and Twitter.
And
we'll put the contact information down below.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Thank you, ladies, very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Hanging out here in the studio now, joining me, I've got Mrs. Lynn Krigbaugm. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful, Rob. It's always so good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you. So you are like the most busiest person ever.
Hey, everybody seems to have that idea. I don't know.
Well, it's only because your husband.
A great time.
Only because your husband said you had to slow down. So.
Oh well. Well, it's just because he's not getting to go to the kindergarten every day because school isn't in session right now. That's what keeps him off of my back because he loves to go to the kindergarten.
Not much time. They're going back to school here soon.
The 31st, I think, a week from tomorrow.
Yep, you got it.
He's a retired pediatrician, and he says, this is the most fun I've ever had. He started out doing 2 hours a week, and now he does like 4 days.
Cool. So you're here to talk about one of my favorite places,
the Nature Center.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What you got going?
So, well, a lot of people see this pink. I mean, bright pink.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia, yes, it is, and it's called. It had some really wonderful name from White Mountain Publishing when they printed it for me. Anyway, this coming Saturday, we have jaguars, not real ones, at the Nature Center, but they were in this area historically.
Really?
And so we have a program starting at 10 o'clock, like all of our programs are at 10 o'clock, and it will probably go for an hour and a half. And so jaguars this Saturday at the Nature Center, 10 o'clock.
Very cool. We were wondering about that. We talked about that on Monday's show. We were wondering if they're actually going to have a jaguar there, but you're talking about the ones that
No,
used to be
El something
Okay.
is in Tucson. I think he was. I'm not sure whether he still is. But anyway, this is
Very good.
Do you get this?
Yeah, we do. Sure.
All right, wonderful. Then the next week, the next Saturday is Nature Bingo.
This is cool.
Everybody can do this, and I'm hoping that they will want to do a coverall because we have 6 people coming to do special things about, the caterpillar, and let me see, the bee, the acorn, the ponderosa pine, I'm not sure. Oh, mushrooms. So anyway, there will be people who will be like at stations, and little groups of people will go around and spend 5 to 10 minutes at each station hearing a little bit of things they might not have known before about whatever the thing is.
So if I take my girls, I know
Yes.
that Mom won't like the spider one, but whatever.
Well, we don't actually have to touch or do anything with a spider,
There we
but
go.
you'll get stickers. And so when you find the thing that is like a pine cone, when you see the pine cone, you put one of your stickers on that. And if you can do a coverall, that would be really, probably an hour and a half.
There you go.
So it starts at 10 o'clock as usual, and it should be over by 11:30.
Very good.
Lovely way to spend, for a family to spend
Absolutely.
Saturday morning at the Nature Center. And then the next Saturday is pollinators. And I frankly don't know anything about this, so I can't wait to go to this.
Very good.
It's bees and butterflies especially. And so, and it's about creating a pesticide-free garden.
Good stuff.
So plant, to have pollinators, because we really need more bees the better.
Yep.
And so then the final one that I want to tell you about is fly fishing. On the 17th, so at the Nature Center, they're going to have the members of the Fly Fishing Club, which is a partner of the Nature Center. We have lots of partners. And so they will talk about casting, which my father tried to teach me when I was a kid, and he said I had too active a wrist or something like that.
Yeah, you got to kind of be slow on it.
Anyway,
it's kind of funny,
yeah, it's not like regular fishing. And then how to tie flies, and I assume that they will, let people do things like that.
Yeah.
So that'll be another fun Saturday morning at the Nature Center.
Very good.
That's what I have.
So Lynn Krigbaugm once again, and don't forget, she's a town council member with Pinetop-Lakeside.
Yes, and if you have good things you want to tell me, if you see me at the park or out on the street, please share. I've had a lot of people tell me how much they enjoy the new collection center. We have all of the recyclables that we were saving for the last year, and so but it has not been overwhelmed. People have plenty of time to go.
We're going to let people know more about that. We're going to do a special edition just talking about the recycling center coming up.
Okay.
Awesome.
And so if you have anything bad, you can share that with me too. But I hope there's not much. So that's been my joy of being on the town council and talking with people.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So now with me, I've got Allison Hephner.
Hey, Rob.
And I used to say something else, but I'm not saying that anymore.
Allison Hephner with Community Project Management Services.
Yes.
In Arizona.
To learn that one now. Here we go.
And I'm here to talk about the Hangar Dance.
Very good. So the Hangar Dance, this is the 5th annual.
Yes, after a lot of debating on what it was, we came up with
it
is the 5th.
And we can count now.
Yes, and this year we're doing something special we've never done before. Actually, a lot of special things are happening. This is a tribute to our Korean and Vietnam veterans. So you can see the sign there, and we can share that out, link to it. So it's $40 a person on August 3rd at the Hangar. We have 2 Korean training planes, I think, coming, and a Huey.
Yes.
It's a wonderful dinner done by My Sister Can't Cook. We have persnicketies providing cupcakes. We have pour station with drinks. We have a bar that Submarine Vets puts together. That's cash bar. The rest of the drinks are free though. And we're gonna have a keg of Stella. We're gonna have wine like we always do. The Uptown Angels are coming. They're doing a special tribute to
Korean and Vietnam veterans.
Yes, yes, which is exciting. We also have a DJ Balsley in the house, and he'll be able to play music from the 50s to the 70s.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of makes us fun dress up wise, is you can dress up from the 50s to the 70s. It's really open and come out and have fun.
Wide span. Go what you want.
Exactly. So we have Bodyworks, who ended up, and New Horizons Physical Therapy sponsored the Uptown Angels. We have Jill with State Farm, who ended up, you'll get candy on everybody's plate. You get Pilsner's glasses. She does a lot of great stuff. She does great with the decorations. We had Morning Rose. Everybody gets to leave with
Everybody?
wait.
I almost messed that up.
Everybody who gets a sticker underneath their chair, which is 40 people, get to leave with one of Morning Rose's and Living Owens and Mortuaries.
And you're not allowed to look at the
centerpiece.
chairs ahead of time.
No.
I don't know why she just told you that.
Then I'm not putting them under the chairs.
We'll
put
do
them
something different.
We will do something different. And then we had White Mountain Teas got in on it this year with a special edition T-shirt to going to the first 100 vets who from the Korean and Veteran War that come up to the table and get one.
Very good.
We have large and extra large. So just a ton of help and support. We have a lot of in-kind donations, and this is not a fundraiser. This is a tribute to our event, and it's very ceremonial too. We have the VFW coming in with their color guard, the POW, and the MIA talking about that. Submarine Vet is inducting 2 members into the Holland Club.
Yeah, Holland Club, yes. Yeah, which is something special. So this would be
very
kind of
special.
cool.
And they're going to talk about that, which is going to be fun. I mean, it's awesome.
So tell them where they can get tickets.
So you can get tickets at Walgreens, or you can get tickets at the Sholo Chamber in Sholo. So please, $40 a person. We're not going to hound you for any more money than that unless you want to go and drink at the bar. That's the only thing that's going to cost you more.
There's no quick auctions. There's no silent auctions. There's no cake auction. There's none of that. It's just $40. That's it. That's all you're going to spend per person.
And come in, and a lot of people are like, well, I'm not a veteran. No, come and tribute. Pay
tribute. This is all to pay tribute and to thank those who gave either their time and a lot more to us to have our community.
Yeah, so we're very excited, and tickets are selling fast. We have 100 left, and it's only room for 300 people. So there's 2 weeks left. Not even. So go get your tickets. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Hey, that's going to be it for this week's Community Shout here on Birdman on the Mountain. Remember, if you want to come in and shout out what's going on in your community, you can come on right here. Sit down in a chair 10 a.m. on Tuesdays and shout it out for free. I'm Birdman reminding you, if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web.